Morning, folks. It's 7:57 a.m. Saturday, May 6, 2017. Bada boom, bada bing. There you go. 7:58. 7:57. Spiritual, meaning that of spirit being sentient energy. There's no religion in there. We're talking about something real. 5 is physical movement, and 7 is back into spirit. Spiritual movement, physical movement into spirit. We're going to talk about awakening, so that's pretty appropriate. And 7:58, 8 is data for physically moving forward into spirituality, which is what you all are, what's around us. Spirit is sentient energy. So, try not to slurp that. So what happens when you awaken your metaphysical abilities? My tongue is swollen, making it hell to talk. Anyway, so if it sounds a little funny, that's why. A lot of people expect the wrong thing. When we don't know something or understand, and everybody talks about it, it's such an exciting big thing. Well, we're excited about what might happen. That leads us to let our imaginations develop something that's not necessarily true. And because we don't understand and we don't know, it's a completely innocent thing. Of course, if someone told you they were about to awaken and ascend and grow wings and fly, you can look at them like, okay, good luck with that. It's hard for us to tell what's real anymore anyway, if you listen to the media. Mandela died in jail. Mandela died. Now he's alive. He's dead. The Mandela effect. Time is changing. No, people, the media and everything else lies to you. And it's actually not random, okay? Plus, sometimes thoughts are put in your head from the other side, but what runs your governments? Literally, it's their job to control you, keep you under their thumbs. The other side, what was over there, was doing the same thing. There's still some chaos over there. It'll eventually not just come down, go away. But as you awaken all your metaphysical abilities, you become your real self. You understand more, you see more. You don't get excited about things that used to tear you down and freak you out. Oh, gee, it takes away life's excitement. I don't know. If you call running around in circles screaming excitement, yeah, it takes it away from you. Excuse me. I've always been so aggressive to get things done, push so hard. I'm physically falling apart. I'm tired. I'm sick. I'm dying. I'm happy with that. It's not overnight. It's happening because it's time. What I am outside is slowly doing it to my body, but things are being brought about to happen in a pretty good order. It's never what we want, but especially with me, that's not what life is about. So is that a frantic thing? No, because I understand it. I mean, you've seen me before in video, especially longer time ago, getting really upset and frantic. Well, I'm frustrated, you know. But the closer I come to leaving, the more of me is out there, and the more of me is in the field. So I understand more. But as you awaken, you can see spirit. You don't see a figure of a person. Hi, how you doing? He shakes your hand and leaves. But sometimes the Fae, which are in Fae bodies, which are mostly energy, but they can make them somewhat physical, actually touch you. They can use their energy when it's still an energy body, but they solidify it a little bit and touch the different nerve endings and parts of your legs and knees, ankles. Spirit can put a smell in your brain. The smell's not there. They put the smell in your brain. It could be your grandmother that's passed, that's gone home to her normal self. She wants to say hi. And unfortunately, it's very sad, but for some parents who have lost their children, this is an important thing. I'm just finishing off this new console thing, and it needed to be done before I do what I'm going to do for the scientists regarding DNA. So, excuse me, folks, this is all being done to lay the groundwork for all of you as you awaken. I'm leaving. I'm going back home right along. But this opens up the door for all of you here on this planet. And it changes things for the evolution of everything else, everyone else, on all the other planets. Creation is changing. It's about time. That's what matters. When you need to mop a floor, what matters? That the floor gets mopped, it's clean, and it's ready to go. That's what matters. I was talking with Deanna about when I was yesterday, I think, when I was in the military. This was AIT, Advanced Individual Training. We all had to do everything, different jobs, and polishing the floor was one of them. You mop it, clean it, and you polish it. And times of the essence, and I've always found different ways to do things better, quicker. When I was building engines, porting cylinder heads, I built engines that were extremely efficient and much stronger with using less gas. But when I was mopping the floor, I looked at it and I said, if I take one of these army blankets, the extra ones, and cut it in half and fold it and put it underneath this this polisher, I can polish 5 to 8 times the area with each revolution. So I go through and I polish everything real quick, and then I'd be free to relax. When you awaken and start using all your abilities, you pretty much stay relaxed. I mean, you might get excited about something, but you're doing it in a more self-controlled way. You're aware of things. You can see it, whether you see it with the scanner, okay, like remote viewing, really clear, in the pineal, where you see images and have a hard time trying to understand it. See it with the heart. You feel it with the heart, which is how the heart sees. But the heart is partially located inside the core energy, which gets its vision through the through the direct infused, they call it infused knowledge, whatever. It just goes into the field, which is everywhere anyway, and then it gets the information, comes back down. Plus, it also gets when it can relax enough, it gets information from the scanner. Okay, so right here, this bump, the forehead goes up, and it's right there, boom, right here. So. Excuse me. when I first started waking up. I was with a good friend, Cat Hooper, a good metaphysical, medical diagnostic person, whatever. Oh yeah, very strong. She's like a nurse or about to nurse or something. She, as far as I'm concerned, she is one. And she understands medicine and everything. We've done consults before years ago where we'd sit down with two people and just tell them so much about themselves, medicine they're taking and everything else, what's going on, and they just look at us. I was at a buddy's place. They had they had stones out there. This is years ago. They sold stones. Okay, it's in around Franklin, North Carolina. So I went down there, and three friends own a mountain range up there. So anyway, went up there to have some fun, and then just for giggles, myself and some friends, we gave some, and Kat was there, gave some readings, we called them back then, just short and $10, and just want to have some fun. And two ladies walked by, and they were just, looked at us, and they saw the sign, and then looked at us, and something told one of these ladies, I need to sit down and talk with this guy. So she sat down, and I started telling her. We started talking about a little bit of stuff, and I told her about this nice chair that she has in her house. I said, when you leave here, you're going home. The two of you are, but it's your home. It's nearby, and you're going to sit in this nice chair. It's this weird pattern. It's this color and everything. It's comfortable. A regular solid chair on the right-hand side. You have some kind of little soft table or something, and you like raspberry tea and all this other stuff, and you can look out and you see into the mountains, but there's water, like a pond, a soft moving water through the pond, and everything else. And she looked at me, and jaw dropped. I said, you okay? And she goes, wow, this what's going on? And we're going home, and and I love my raspberry tea, and yes, I have that water in front of the house. And I said, okay. She was kind of freaking out, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll move back a foot. It becomes, how do you know that? How did I know that? Well, folks, you're going to start doing the same thing. You're going to start doing the same thing. It's not magic. These are abilities that belong to you. I try to explain things through example. Folks, I'm an intelligent person, but I'm no Einstein. And my brain has changed so much to the point where I can hardly even write my name anymore. I don't function normal like that. Now, it is what I've gone through. It's not what you'll go through. It's not gonna. It's similar, but it's not that intense. And trust me, you don't want that. I had put out a video recently where stuff finally stopped attacking me and everything, and the stuff that I had working with me got stupid and wouldn't stop. So I took it, cleaned it, made it something else, and it's in my heart. So when it's time for me to go, it'll be what takes care of my heart. It's a little red dragon. That's how I see the energy. That's the energy frequencies of what I made. So when I see it with my mind, I see a little red dragon. So is there actually a physical little red dragon in me moving around? No. But there's an energy field within me, around my heart, that is literally dragon energy that will, it's source, but it's really strong dragon, and it's red, it's heart. So when it's time, it'll take care of my heart, my lungs, and my brain. My brain's going to get hit, then heart grabbed, and then I'll already have more of a problem with my lungs, but my lungs will just be stopped. So anyway, I'm not trying to make this about myself. I'm trying to explain some of the things I've personally gone through. Okay? I have some other examples to bring up with other people too. But the best way I know to explain a lot of things is through example. There's one person I cranked up a long time ago, long time ago, and it was free. And I said, this one stipulation. And I said, all I want is for you to write me an email. Within a couple of days, just write me an email telling me what you saw and how it felt and everything, and then go ahead and telling me on camera. And then I'm going to post it on YouTube. So he said, okay. He was already awake and aware and a good seer. And then when I cranked him up, 23 minutes after I started, I was done. And he was flying all over the place. We were doing it outside by a pool, then went inside the house. And he's sitting there looking around. And I looked at what he was looking at, and I told him what he was looking at. And he goes, yeah, I am. He goes, and I go, you've seen a lot of spirit flying around. Older couple first, they're kind of staring at you. Young couple just kind of floating by you. And described what they looked like. And he's just looked at me. He goes, who are you? I said, "What? I'm an old fart in overalls." But he said, that's unreal. Well, a couple days later, didn't hear from him. A week later, didn't hear from him. Then we tried to get a hold of him a couple weeks later. And then he refused to live up to his end of the deal. So I took it all away. When you're already awake, and you start, when you're already awake and then you get cranked up and you're a seer, you see through your pineal, that's what it can be like. Okay? Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up, there's no yay jay here, just please follow where I'm going, okay? He was already awake. He was a strong seer, and I made him that much stronger right away. That's when you first start to get strong like that, and all of a sudden you hit a new level. Folks, that's exciting as hell. Okay? But it does not keep growing like that every day. It does not. The main increase that you get happens right away when you first awaken. It's like that too. Okay? Now, the people who don't have as hard an impact when they awaken and become stronger are the people who are solar plexus energy oriented. Excuse me. The solar plexus is located inside your gut. Okay? It's above the belly button. There you go. Just above it. And that's your gut feeling. Okay? Now the heart, when you get a gut feeling about something, you feel, I trust my gut. Okay? And it can feel funny. But the solar plexus is located almost completely inside your core energy. It continually has a massive flow of metaphysical energy going through you, who you really are inside. Your personal spirit plus that of the piece that was broken off from the planet. That's what's inside you. Folks, that's a river, with rapids in it. So the solar plexus oriented people don't feel as much. Now the heart, they feel looseness of the heart. When the heart kicks up, you feel your lungs open up. You take a breath like that right away, you can feel a lot more through your fingertips and palms. Okay? Solar plexus oriented people can feel that way, plus get a certain feeling in the gut, plus major body stuff. Pineal people, excuse me, they feel more in the head. Now that does not mean that anyone who's solar plexus won't feel stuff in the head. We all do things differently. Inside us is our personal spirit, part of the planet spirit that was broken off and is never going back, a little over about 11.25 million years ago. And then the physical body itself. And when you've had damage to your spine and your nervous system, it's harder to feel stuff too. If you're solar plexus oriented and you've had damage to your spine, sometimes you'll feel almost absolutely nothing. But when you start making your decisions, you're gonna feel stronger about it. It's gonna happen, boom, boom. It's and then next thing you know, you start seeing things through your mind, with visions and stuff. You start to understand them, and you realize, okay, I am awakened. But the thing is, you didn't feel any rush. Well, it's because your solar plexus is already located inside the core energy. You're feeling more strength than other people feel anyway, and your memories are a lot better. So, because we all have different core orientations. And it's basically solar plexus, heart, and pineal. The scanner works through most all of them, okay, but definitely with the core. People who are solar plexus oriented have a stronger energy build up in their scanner almost all the time. But remember, like I said, we're comprised, as spirit, we're comprised of different frequencies, okay? We might have none of this, and where someone else might have not just some of it, but a lot of it. we might be having all these other frequencies. We have different amounts of it, so it's just, we're all unique. It's like snowflakes. So, and with all this seeming indecision going back and forth, which it's not indecision, it's trying to explain something that's like a constant variable. It's everyone's a little different, and as you awaken, because of this frequency and that frequency, having this one, not having that one, you're going to wake up a little different than someone else, but you all start seeing more stuff and understanding. The biggest thing about awakening is becoming your full self. When I finally woke up, folks, man, I just, my life had changed so much. I saw everyone. I saw the rat race. I saw what was going on. Then I saw a spirit effect, and of course I was already fighting it. Original first being male and female, but their God thing, there's no great God. There was a being. Jay killed God. It wasn't a God. What's inside me is what they built a long time ago to protect everything and beat everything up for them. I didn't go for the beat everything up for them, okay? I was always against that and told them to get screwed. So, that's the first being had its issues. And when it became sentient, it was alone. Loneliness is a sad thing, folks. I know a lot of people. I know thousands of people. But in what I do and what I am, I'm pretty much alone. I mean, Deanna's here. She really helps me, but it's just what I'm trying to say. Excuse me. What I'm trying to say is, as you wake up, damn it. Excuse me, not trying to gross you out. I'm just sick. As you awaken and get stronger, this is a thing of self, and you will be somewhat alone. But the more people, as you awaken too, like I've said before, you're going to find your friends changing. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to be fine. Some come back, some, probably half of them do, half of them don't, maybe different with every person, but you meet new ones that have more depth to themselves, and their care for you, about you and everything, is genuine. It's the real deal. Plus, they're also becoming awake and aware like you. When I saw everyone going through their lives chasing a dollar like I used to, and then frantically getting rid of it, it's causing a cycle, I said, well, just more insanity of the way things are set up to be, and then who controls what. I used to look at politics, and I'd say, wow, these Democrats are crazy. And then I'd take a good look at the Republicans, and I said, well, these folks are nuts. And I got so tired of the lies that I could immediately pick out in the voice of the Democratic Party. And then I saw what the Republican Party was doing, and I just said, this is insane. One promises something, one does, things that are totally incorrect, and of course, therefore, they're both doing the same thing. And then I literally, part of myself inside, it was weird, just said, I was seeing a pendulum swinging, literally. It's like left, right, and then I was look at the top of that pendulum and looked up there, and I literally saw a huge male lizard going like this, swinging the pendulum back and forth, and that's when I said, okay, there's reptilian issues here. So of course I got away from politics. I wasn't in the middle of it going nuts, but to be honest with ourselves, don't we have to look at most everything around us and try to understand what it is? And you get a bad taste about something right away, just no thanks. So I was following politics for a little bit. I don't know, a few months. And I just, the more I looked at it, the more insane I realized it was. And then I started looking at who was involved. So, and I'd already been past the point where a large amount of Anunnaki good ones here that are prisoners actually came to me, talked to me in my head, and that was weird. As you awaken, you're going to have other folks come talk to you. Okay? Someone can talk to you and say, oh, this will happen and that happens, and then the heavens open up and you ascend out of the body into space. First off, the other side's right here. Okay? It's right here. 1.5 foot to the right, 3 foot up. That's where the other side is. So you're not going out in space. You're right here. You just go through the dimensional barrier. But anyway, if I explain to you what it was like when I went through it, you have some thought process to correlate to the event when it happens with yourself. I always do, and nothing will ever make me stop doing what I can to always protect and take care of everything the best I can. But I have no right to control anything. That's not abusing anyone else. And my little humble opinion is that nothing should. So I can't speak for other people, except on certain little rare occasions, things I'm talking about, that I know someone feels a certain way, but I don't really go there. I guess I'm just bringing that up because I'm about to now. Burju has been doing this a long time with me, and Paul's a very strong seer. Burju's very strong too. Those of you that have had consults with Burju, you find out real quick, hey, this little lady knows what the heck she's not a little girl. I'm just saying she knows what she's doing. She sees things, knows things. Folks, that's part of who you are, what you are. You open yourself up, and as you open yourself up, you're literally, the field goes through you. I know how to access the Akashic records. I go out in space, no, you just relax and open up, and you literally feed the information. You absorb the information that you need. It's control. The field controls it, okay? So, Sylvia Brown used to talk about it's a beautiful hallway with marble and everything, and you go in there and you talk to this one person. He says, I give you this. No, folks, it's energy. It's the second dimension. It's all energy and spirit, and then some heavy particulate matter floating around, little pieces of it. That's what universes are made of. Folks, all this stuff is so easy. You want to get a basic gist of who you are, where everything came from. Creation is beginning, your origin. Then the second book, Creation, it's Journey Evolving into Paradise. Then the third book has just barely at all been started, but I can't write it. I don't have the time, and it's most appropriate that I don't, that someone else does. A lot of people say I'm self-serving and stuff like that. That's cool, you know. They should say whatever they feel until they get, and then when they wake up, if they ever do, they'll start understanding. But folks, nothing's going to stop this awakening. Nothing. It's not going to be allowed for anything to interfere in a large way. Speaking against it and everything, fine, but people get really stupid or overly aggressive about it, that'll be stopped. It's the way it is. The fact that creation was made to be abusive, to grow you inside, make you bigger and stronger so you could eventually be put together with your spirit mate, put in one of the new universes, and then open up a third of your energy and release it so it becomes excuse me, so it becomes a large amount of smaller souls or spirit. Then the original first being, male and female, set it up to be like that so they'd have more praise machines. It all stems from them being lonely too long. When they were just one being, it was lonely. So anyway, again, understanding why things are the way they are takes the edge off. It helps take the edge off some of the suffering I see. I still see it and feel it. I'm glad I can't feel it all at one time. And then it's true, intensity, because I couldn't physically deal with that. There's not a body that can handle that. But it's wrong and it's changing. But that's another good reason for you to wake up and see what's going on. You become aware of stuff. The more aware of something you become, the less freaked out you are about it, the better your job you're going to do handling it. If you're walking down the road and all of a sudden you get poked in the side, ow, damn it, and you keep like, what the hell was that? You don't know what it is. And you walk another few feet and, ow, damn it, what the hell poked over? And then you go one more, and boom, you get poked again, and you start, oh, something's poking me, I can't see it. There's the fear, there's the imagination, instead of relaxing and going to see something, because you have your abilities already awakened and they're rocking. You don't know what it is. Something poked me. The first thing I do is I go look at what it is. And okay, I can do this. That you can't. I'll go at it and I literally deal with it. And, it might be gone as spirit. It might become dead real quick. But even if you can't, you can build up your energy and put it in the sphere and give it energy. If nothing else, you give it such a bad taste in its mouth, it'll leave you alone. I'm telling you, man, you all have no idea who you really are inside. You have no idea who you really are and how strong you are and what you can do. But the main thing is, once you can see what it is, go right to it and yell at it. Tell it to frack off. Say, back off or I hurt you, man. And when something's bugging you like that, the field has already changed. It's Arae, a piece of Arae, a little small part of him. Yeah. Very protective. You're getting bugged, it's going to get aggressive towards whatever's bugging you. Something talking to you being stupid, that's one thing, but something actually aggressively going towards you is going to get slammed. The animal essence, they're not having lives anymore, okay? So, like I said, there's 3 to 4 out of a million animals that are born actually have animal essence inside. The rest is human and fey and famen of soul and essence varieties. Spirit types. There's very little essence. Almost everything is soul. Good. Very good stuff. So, some people might say, I don't want to see that. Well, you're living in fear. What the hell for? That's silly. It's like being in a boat and freaking out. My God, if I fall out of the boat, I won't be able to swim. I won't be able to swim. Well, that's because your two legs are duct taped together. Your right arm is duct taped to your body, and you just have one arm. Yeah, you're probably going to drown. Cut the duct tape. Release yourself. You see things as they happen in front of you and around you in much more depth. You understand why they happen. You do more, and your brain works harder processing this information. Again, making you even stronger. Did you know that you don't use 10% of your brain? You use about 85% of your brain. But it's metaphysical energy. They have no idea to understand it. So, when I've gone into people's heads over the past few years, I've been cranking people up. I see the energy in there. I put my own in there. It's part of the field. I'm already in your head. I see the energy. That's how I know. I'm just trying to tell all of you everything I can that I'm aware of, and I'm not aware of everything. I can find anything you need. I have to go literally reach out and feel where it is and then just go to it through myself. It's weird. It's not that easy either. But anyway, I'll get what I need for you, but there's the human brain cannot handle. There's no physical brain that can handle the massive amount of intelligence that you are when you're not in a body. Becoming aware is aware of things and stuff around you. You never fully awaken until you're free again, until you're yourself, free of that body. And I'm not saying kill your body or hurt it in any way, shape, or form, okay? Some people say, well, Jay, you took a massive overdose of, what was it, for animal seizures. Anyway, and so who are you to talk? I did that for multiple reasons that it needed to be done. And I've used that to prove that even someone who they would say was suicidal, actually talking to spirit, and he said that they talk to him and he talks back to the voices in his head, and he says he can manipulate it. They released me with the biggest smile on their face, no heavy drugs or nothing. I take lung medication. I have to. It's not time for me to go yet. And when I did that to myself, I already knew I wasn't going to die. I set it up in case it happened, but I did not see that actually happening. I don't fear death. Death is freedom. Death is the wrong word. Maybe we ought to just replace it with ascension. Ascending out of your body to being your true self. People say, well, your frequencies are higher. Well, yeah, you're not in a physical body. If you take a tuning fork and you smack it, and it's vibrating, and then you stick it in molasses, what do you think that tuning fork's going to do? It's going to slow down. It deadens the vibration. That's what happens when you a spirit are put in a body. I'm telling you, folks, this is everything, everywhere, is as simple as a janitor in overalls. But why wouldn't you want to wake up and become yourself? Become more aware of what's going on around you, of who you are and what you can do. And when you first come alive and start seeing and feeling things, folks, man, it is a rush. It is the coolest thing in the world. And if you get a little cocky when it happens, the touch of arrogance, whatever, don't worry. You're going to grow right out of it. It's unique. It's really neat. Most people, they're just so happy about it. People say, oh, you're this and you're that. And you look at them and just smile and say, whatever, love you anyway. or whatever you want, you know. Excuse me. Just be you, man. Just be who you are, the real you. There are no words I can really give you to accurately describe what it's like when you become as much of yourself as you can be while you're in a body. And it is called awakening. It's called enlightenment, awareness. But it's you. It's just you. And just you is really cool. And it happens by relaxing in a chair. Calm the body down. A few more deeper breaths. Relax. Let it go. Dr. Brian L. Weiss is really good at helping you calm down. Dr. Stephen D. Farmer. earthmagic.net. He's really cool. All of y'all are cool. That's the whole point. It's hard for me to calm down enough to do a meditative video when I've got all this other stuff to do. And if I ever get one done, it'll be if I get down to the beach in the Bahamas or something before the body dies. And I don't really see it happening, but it'd be nice if it did. I'm finishing stuff up. I'm getting closer. Things are happening. We'll see. The most important thing is that I be myself again. Whether you call it the body dies or ascension, it's just leaving your body. It's going home. It's going back up to the front door of your house, taking down the zipper, taking off a little jumpsuit, kick it off your feet, and then just open the door, walk in. There's no lock. There's no lock. It's your house. It's who you really are. It's your actual body, spirit, sentient energy, free form. So what's it like? You become aware of things that you never could access, and it's going to be hard for you to trust it. That's a big one. You're going to see things as image. As you're going to see a direct image of something, you're going to see another image like an event happening that doesn't seem to make sense, but it will later. Just relax and understand the image. You know, look at the image. When you see something, you saw it for a reason. It's important. Relax, look at it, use your heart to feel it. Is this good? Is this a good, happy, sad? What's going on? Trust your gut to go at it and say, okay, what does my gut tell me about it? This is strong, beneficial. This is something that isn't an actual example of something. It's not an exact thing, but an example of something. It's an image. And have faith in it. I feel this is right. That comes from the solar plexus, goes up and down through the body, the core, which is inside the core, but the solar plexus is inside the core, but that information goes up and down through your core energy, the dual spirit core, what they call Kundalini, and right through the top of the head, and then from here, you're multidimensional right inside the field, and you get the information. I was saying in a recent video that right in the middle of the video, I just started seeing something. It happens all the time. Sometimes I start talking with birds. But that's funny, you just said that. It's deathly quiet out there. Something stupid my way comes. Whatever. Anyway, it's another thing. Your confidence gets much stronger. Your willpower becomes much stronger when you become yourself. But so when you see something, trust you're seeing something. Whether you're actually seeing something you're trying to understand yourself, whether you're being given a message, whether you're seeing something through the field, which people call the Akashic Records, just a field. giving you information is to help you become awake and aware. And so you might see it in 100 different ways, but just trust what you're seeing, that it's real, and then try to understand it. That's going to be happening through the hypothalamus. While the hypothalamus gland in that area cranks up, and then all the other, when that happens, all the other fields will start in your head, will start working to process it, and it's done through the heart, and then the gut goes into the heart too. And how you feel about it, the feeling, how you feel about it is also an added ingredient into that feeling is the emotion from the base chakra. That's something you want to do everything you can to put at ease. So, a lot of people use hematite. That's good to really calm you down if you need it. But other than that, for me, it's too much weigh yourself down and not float around. But for some, especially when I first started, yeah, I liked it. I still like it. It's just right now I don't think I've got nothing on me. I like stone energy. Anyway, like this green chrysoprase just came in. This stuff is beautiful. It's so nice, so healing. And my body's going away, so it's, for me it's relaxing. I can hold that stuff when Guy is working on me, and it's just, she smiles, and I look at her. I talk with Guy all the time. Now, plan it. What about talking with those family members you have that are passed? Why not? They can also give you good advice for getting through your life. They're called guides. They're also called family. They're also called cool, like you. So what happens when you awaken your metaphysical abilities? Well, you become your full self. You start seeing and understanding and knowing things out of nowhere. You just know something from nowhere. It's learning how to start taking that information, the feelings, the seeing and everything. Just take that, relax, and just look at it, feel it. Okay? You might be given an image and your gut says, nah, wrong. And that could be something trying to give you a bad image. That'll happen sometimes, but not much, and pretty soon that'll stop. In the not so distant future, I expect this year that that happens. Whatever's doing it to you, it's going to be told to stop. And it'll be allowed maybe one or two more mistakes like that, and then it'll be deleted. Sometimes to cure a body of cancer, you got to cut it out and kill it. But all that's done for you anyway. That's, so the thing is to remember to just keep going. You still have your emotions. It doesn't make you cold at all. It helps you understand sometimes too why people do the things they do, even though it's not like them. I know people, spirits, that are really cool, some souls. They've been in bodies, and it could be soul, essence, source, where they're in bodies, where there's planetary essence put in them. That was really a vicious thing. And their lives are somewhat tormented and aggressive, mean towards others, tormenting others. Something can be high vibration and be sick and really cause some issues. So what I'm giving you is an honest overlay of different parts of your true self waiting to come out. You all have these abilities. They come in different ways. But it starts by relaxing. Relax your body. Breathe deeper. Just let go. And then just let your mind float. It's like I was talking, Deanna and I had a Skype conversation with Siobhan and Raj, some stuff we had to go over, and I was, telling Raj, Raj is strong. He's Aaron's side. Matan's Aaron's side. He's out in towards the Middle East. He's getting stronger now. He just beat cancer. I was explaining to Raj that his awakening, he keeps getting stronger. He's having dreams and everything, but he's being kept from awakening because it's not quite time for him to come alive yet. I mean, his full self. He's powerful. And he's like Siobhan, like pure heart energy. The two of them going to do a lot of work together, and with Deanna too. Deanna's just so busy, man. Folks, you have no idea what it's like to try to run this business, and we're still trying to organize stuff, and the house is crazy. Stuff everywhere, and there's So anyway, and Deanna can only do so much, and me, I've got the joint disease, 2 different lung diseases, COPD and chronic lower lung infections. So I can't, it's hard, it's real slow for me to get up and downstairs. Sometimes I need to stop, take a break. That's pretty funny. Anyway, but still, I understand what's happening and why, and I don't fear death. It's going home. It's literally releasing something that's been holding me back from being myself. It's a small portable torture chamber. Now, there's good parts to life too. I'm not a doomsayer or something. I tell you, there's every reason to understand things are getting better, and actually, in many ways, they are. But there's still one thing that has to happen that's going to create the change on the other side, and then you start seeing a lot more of it here, and you're going to see the way things are done here crumble. So let's get rid of the crap, okay? Anyway, you become awake and aware, you become more confident. You start to see things, and as you keep pursuing it, you understand what you're seeing, why, and how. And you start seeing your spirit guides. You start seeing folks that are gone, past. They'll come and say hi. You're going to become alive. That's life. Live. Wake up. Be yourself. Who the hell else you want to be? Someone else? Don't ever go down that road. I want to be like this person. I admire that and everything. Well, that's cool, but you know what? Be you. That's the best thing you can be, and it's really the only thing you can be, and there's not a damn thing wrong with that. Without you, creation wouldn't be what it is. Okay? It can't be complete. Creation will change so that all of you can have better lives, not just when you're stuck in a body, but when you're free. A lot of people worry about other folks. What about my aunt? She's dead. I'm so worried about her. Is she okay? They're floating and they're free. Floating fancy free. So, are they worried about anything? Usually they're just worried about you being stuck in a body still. It's like, are they okay? Gosh. And the whole time they know that you don't realize what it's like to be your real self, to be free. Well, I got to make some spheres. I fell behind again. At least it's Saturday. Folks, do what you want. But those of you that are starting to waken up, you're feeling it. And there's a big rush, and don't expect that to keep going all the time. When it first happens, it's really exciting. It does get better. It continues to get better, but more than that, you get stronger, you become your full self, you understand things. Worries go away. Not every single worry, but you don't freak out about it. You literally take the sharp edge off of the double-edged sword of life. You see things, you become aware of things, you know so much more. A lot, excuse me, a lot of you are already doing that. Okay, that's who you are. You've been waiting to awaken to self-realization, to enabling yourself to use all the abilities you already have. You own them. No gift. It's part of you. A lot of you are waiting to help other people with it. I don't have 50 million subscribers. Whatever. It is what it is. I don't care. The people coming to me are being sent to me because they're here for an important job, and it's important that they wake up. So things are changing on this planet like I can't even explain. All of you are changing. Everything's changing. And it's getting ready for a big wham flop. But it's going to happen without World War III. But change is happening everywhere. Every dimension, everything else. So that should be happening well before the end of the year, you know. As that comes, we'll deal with it. So the other side still has issues, but it's mostly not knowing. They need the thought process that's not there yet. The understanding. If a person has been baking all their life, do you think they're going to bake a better cake than, or biscuits or whatever, than someone who's just learning? Chances are yes, big time. If you take 100 people and use that same example, are those people that have been doing it all their lives going to produce a better product and quicker and quicker? Yes. What's had the most lives, as long as it's selfless, can produce what needs to happen, and it will. When you spend all your existing protecting others and caring about them, you can produce something that's fair and honest and even for everyone. People, and I'm talking about spirit, all spirit, needs to be treated equally. It needs to be understood to be equal. It needs to be released, allowed to go its own course, as long as it's not hurting anything else. That's what's about to happen. Freedom. Oh, God gave us free will. Wow, really? The original first angel's going in your head, running you, doing stuff, and pushing you around, beating you up, producing these abuse frequencies within your body every time you have a life. So, things are changing, folks. It's going to be good for you, good for everyone. So, that's why Archangel Michael is so cool. He's resting right now. He's like in suspended animation. He's coming out soon. He's resting, relaxing. He understood the need for change and creation. Why? Because he was made protector. When you protect something, the first thing you do is put everything as equal. You take care of it, and you start building a rapport. You start building feelings of everything you protect. You care about it. That builds compassion. That builds love. And then you protect harder. the original first being male and female didn't understand this. Excuse me. But love is the most powerful thing that there is. Period. The results that come from the frequencies of love powering up inside a heart produce change. They're the strongest change there's ever been in the history of creation. So, anyway, folks, love you, man. There's a lot of people here to help you. Things are going to change everywhere, but the most important thing to change, in my opinion, is for you to become yourself. Okay? And it is the most important thing for you in your life, to be who you are, more than you've ever been. And why not? Get some cards. You don't have to get my cards. Get any deck card. You start talking with your spirit guides, especially those of you that are solar plexus oriented. Okay, and just you start talking with them. You feel it. You start realizing, I'm having a conversation with something. Boom. Bada boom, bada bing. There you are. Something has started. You're aware of this, an interaction. And then from there, you keep developing it. If I was you, I wouldn't be pulling cards all day long, okay? Do it a few times. And then just, if you do it slowly too, just look and relax. And feel the conversation. When you start feeling the conversation going, you're going to realize you're talking to something. You're going to realize someone's there. You're subconsciously, they say, going to start focusing on who it is that you're talking to. You're going to start doing it automatically. It's normal. It's a normal process. Being your real self is normal. You just have to relax and release it. Say, let's go. When you pick up a stone, star Essenite, strongest stone in the world. If someone can't get out of their conscious mind, they hold it. You know what they feel? A cold stone. Okay? That's all they feel. Now, hold a stone, crystal, selenite, stick selenite. Okay? Hold that. This is a huge piece. I just don't have a small one here. Deanna and I are running out of the... Actually, Deanna's running out of the smaller ones. It's all her thing. But, yeah, as a matter of fact. Okay, let's fix that. Here we go. These are some of the smaller broken sticks that I use to put in smaller grind down into smaller pieces to add for packing in the spheres. This piece is rough. It's got really neat energy though. A piece of selenite like this. Take it, hold it with the fingertips. Breathe in, relax. Feel the energy of the stone. If you just hold it and say, oh, I don't feel anything, relax with it. And just open yourself up and say, okay, almost every stone has Gaia in it. Say Gaia. Go ahead, come out. Don't say, you can say it physically, but don't. Just know in your head, know in your heart, just say, okay, I want to feel you. That opens the door. And then just start feeling the vibration go through your spine. Really good stick selenite. Goes through the bone structure. It goes right in through your core. It's great for arthritis. This stuff helps us, okay? In a big way. When you're awakening, I'm doing this in a lot of my videos now. I realize it helps sell product, but that's not why I'm doing it. I made these so that y'all have them. This box is beat up. I've opened it up I don't know how many times. It's got a dragon and unicorn on the back. A little information. Jara's Runes of Awakening. Jara. Well, I'm J. Essex, but what's inside me is Arae, so I just Jara. I have three. My full legal name is John David Essex, and then my two aliases, legal aliases, are J. Essex and J. Arae Essex. Okay, I have legal documents and stuff in that name. I'm not trying to sound special. It's just what got used and what happened and what built around it. It just happened. Here's lightning. That means a very strong, hard action immediately. If you pull that card out, that's going to happen. So when you pull a card and you see that, it's like, okay, something strong is going to come into my life right now. And then relax, flow into that thought process. The more you breathe kind of deep and release it, then the more your body calms down, the more your abilities start flowing. Okay? You don't have to breathe that hard. I have 2 lung diseases that are the number 3 and 4 cause of death on the planet. My lungs are a little screwed up. If you can see stuff, look at my lungs, look at my liver, and then look at my heart. My diaphragm is falling apart. Everything's falling apart. It's time. Anyway, so when you see this, just take the card, set it down, relax. What do you feel? Look and see and try to feel the change that's coming. If you can't, that's fine. And in your head, without saying it, when you say something out loud, you're engaging your conscious mind. We want to let that thing go. Just relax and say, what change do I have? And then relax and see your spirit guides. Okay, you'll have a primary male and female and others around to help. Animals all over the place. Say, someone tell me. Someone tell me, what is this coming? And see if they will. Maybe they can't tell you. Maybe they're not supposed to. But just open it up to see. Okay? This is harmony. This is about things coming together. That was the next card. Now I'm pulling these, looking at them, because it doesn't matter. Not for me. Not for you. It's just relax and feel where to grab what card. When you do that, you're talking with your spirit guides. Folks, the more you do it, the more you learn to connect. I'm going to do a video pretty soon. I'm still getting some paperwork done I need to for different lawsuits, of course, taxes and stuff. Got to feed the monster, the government that loves us so much. So anyway, there's strong action that's coming, okay? And it's relative to harmony, bringing things together. And then there's a big gift coming. Okay, this is receiving a large gift. This doesn't mean cash. This means it's more of it's something other than physical cash. But there's a large gift coming. Okay. Then the last card is, I'm turning the deck over so I don't see it, but so I don't see the next card after that. But then the last card that's coming is Isa, and that means relax. Let things go quiet. Early in the morning when you wake up, if you've ever lived anywhere where they have a lot of snow and ice, you wake up in the winter morning sometimes after there's been a little bit of a storm. You go outside, it's just quiet. It's still. That's the idea behind Isa. So I was just told, try to relax, that the necessary change is coming, and it's about to happen now, and it is. I can affect things on the other side in a very permanent manner, beings, but I can't control anything to make people not on the other side, to make them not do something or to do something. I can actually go at it because of what I am. I'm Arae. I can actually go over there and kill it. I can change it. I can make it stronger so it can do more to protect. I'm not in control. And the positive, the only positive and negative stuff I can do has a big effect on something. I wonder sometimes if I haven't done too much that's wrong, and I'll have to deal with it when I get home, and I get told, no, don't worry about it. But, you know, I don't know. I'm not myself yet. Folks, as you awaken, you just keep awakening, getting stronger. Anyway, and this deck of cards, and you understand more, okay? You keep growing until finally it's time for you to just walk up to the front door of your house, unzip that, you know, flesh body you have on, it falls off you, and then boom, you're free. This has got cards for the scanner up here, for the pineal, and it says activate it or don't activate it. You know, release it. You might see Kano is when it's real strong vision, you see it, and then Kana is when it's inverted, meaning right now you can't see. Well, if you get that card inverted like that, where it says you can't see right now, your brain's being worked on, something's being done in your life, you know, and you just can't see at the moment. So there's so much stuff going on, folks. These cards really help you. And there's a book that goes, it doesn't come with the deck. The reason why, we have one company make the decks, and then eCreateSpace, Amazon.com, and everything. They make the book. This is going to be redone. This had to be done quickly. That's why it's got this weird border and everything. But Deanna will take care of that later. As a matter of fact, speak of the lady, there she is. That's Deanna with Lola, who was Source Spirit Animal. She's, you know, gone home. But anyway, inside all the different runes, okay, and I think there's 56 cards with over 50 different symbols. You have a few wild cards in there, and the wild card, what does that mean? It's like the open rune. It means relax, sources involved in your life, go look. And that helps you reach out and see. I used to give some rune classes, and I got to the point with the rune classes where at the end there was just open runes. Nothing. And then a person take the rune, put it out there, and then say, this is this, this is that, that's happening, this is going on, this is that. There was no symbol on there. What were they doing? Talking with their spirit guides. Every one of these in this deck of runes, strongest energies there are out there are unicorn and dragon. Well, you know, source, but whatever. That's the strongest part of source. This one means you're running out of time. And that's a personal message to me anyway. Because like we said earlier, lightning is like boom, hard change now. I gotta go. Gotta go to work. Dragon and unicorn. When you start feeling calm about things, relax, turn the cards upside down, and just lay them down upside down. And then what's the meaning in this card? What's the meaning in the next card? There's 3 different wild cards. The dragon separately, the unicorn separately, and the dragon and the unicorn together. There's 2 of each of them in the deck. So when they come out, it pushes you to relax. It pushes you to kick back, relax, open up, and flow out there and see what's coming your way. Ouija boards used to be a way for anything negative to come in and literally attack you. And both your spirit guides and, of course, your angels, just let it happen. That doesn't happen anymore. That's done. I said that was going to be burned. I said that about 7-8 years, 7-8 years ago, whatever. That's true. So there's all kinds of ways to come alive, folks. Just by relaxing and letting loose and flow everywhere, and understand you're protected like you've never been. The angels protect me. Who do you think killed you when it's time for you to get out of the body? If you had to still live, if it wasn't time for you to die yet and something happened, they save you. They'll literally move you, physically move your body through time and through dimensionally, pull it away. It just phase you out. So they can pull you into the barrier, the dimensional barrier. You've never heard that before. No one's ever told you. That's because no one else has been in a body to see it and tell you. My last life I was very strong, but I was so intent on freeing India. It's nice sometimes when I've met some folks from India and they just look at me like in a stone store. Because they're usually wide awake and they remember who I was. Anyway, whatever. You've all had so many lives, but none of them where you've had the opportunity that you have now to become yourself. Your thought process changes, folks. Nothing seems the same anymore, because it's not. You realize the depth of everything you're looking at. Some people said, "Oh, I'm afraid I'll see something that'll make me scared and everything." I look at them, I said, "Do you realize that you die 1,000 times a day because you're freaking out about everything?" Jay's mean. He's abrasive. I'm truthful. I love everything, everyone, everywhere. You have no idea how true that statement is. But I've always done what I needed to, and I've understood why. I've always done what I needed to, and I've always understood why. It's just my job, man. I'm just a fracking janitor. That's all I want to be. I like it. If I can clean up an office building and everybody goes to work and everything's clean and they got a fresh start in the day, cool. No, I'm not normal. I don't want to be normal. All I want to do is be me and do what I was made to do. And now that the original first being male and female are dead, and everything else that was going to be a problem is dead, now I can. But it's so important for all of you to realize who you are. You need to see the way you should be seeing through your body. Remember, when you take a tuning fork and you smack it and it's vibrating, and then you stick it in molasses, it slows the vibration. That doesn't mean that tuning fork isn't still working. You just can't be your real self. The more awake you become, the more the stronger the tuning fork is, the more that molasses starts thinning out around it, and the stronger your abilities. It's a funky analogy, but it works. It's true. And it comes not by forced reaction. It comes from releasing it. So, well, folks, love you, man. Hope that helps. That's why I'm doing it. It's the intention. All the books and stones and spheres at thespiritualfoundation.com, folks, they help too. Okay. One thing that is important, I want to say, as you awaken, it'll really help you. This is important to start to understand how it is you see and feel things. Do you feel things more through the heart? Do you trust and feel things more through your gut? Do you see things like soft image everywhere through your pineal? Okay? And also be aware of remote viewing, seeing things clearly. But how do you feel about how you see and feel? Notice that's what your fields are. Another thing you can do. Let's see. There's some yellow aventurine. I've got to cut up so much stone. It should say break up. This is important. That's why I'm taking the time to do it. I know your time is important too, but this is something that needs to happen right now. This is going to help you. Again, that's the whole idea for this stuff. The spiritual foundation, that's about giving you what you need to become who you are. Do they make money? They have to. Hello? Anybody out there doesn't have bills? But it has to be there for you. That's why I started this whole thing. That's why I'm here. That and dealing with the ninnies on the other side of spirit. The Anunnaki here. The Anunnaki are beautiful, loving, strongly aggressive reptilian people. Some of the nicest people you'll ever meet are Anunnaki. The ones here on the planet that are running things, oh, they got issues. And a lot of them have been dying. And that will continue. And you will see some brought off and changed, put on starships and taken away. You're still gonna see some of them floating in the ocean. Damn. That was weird. Okay. Anyway, I'll look at that when I get out of here. Rhodonite. Where's some nice rhodonite? This is important. I got to get some rhodonite. Be right back. Okay, and we're back. Now, the basic energy orientation, the basic energy fields in your body that will push you towards a certain core orientation, which is your core is oriented in your body just fine, but the pineal is attached to the core up here, but it's farther away. Actually, it's in the back of the head, but the energy fields comes over here. It's in the back of the spinal. It's in the middle of your head, but on the back part of the spine, the brainstem over there. And then there's a heart that's in there a little deeper, and then there's a solar plexus right there buried in it. Those are the main energy fields that crank up where your abilities flow through. Now, how do I know this? Because I see it. I do it. Like I said, I've been cranking out people for how many years now? The brains get bigger. Their abilities come alive, and I'm done. Just doing this DNA thing with a few people. Now, when someone is pineal based, they're going to be pulled towards energy that's relative to that, or heart based relative towards a different stone. That's just how it is. Now, we'll start at the top. Pineal. This is some very nice lapis lazuli. It's from Afghanistan. Okay, let's see if I can put this somewhere. Let's see, where things are backwards on the camera or something like that. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Take a look at that lapis. Okay, see how you feel about that. Now let's go down to heart energy. This is some beautiful rhodonite, grade AAA. Okay, now here's yellow aventurine, solar plexus. Okay, now those are 3 fields. This is some selenite. Okay, that's high vibration, goes through the whole body, and it helps activate all of them. Now, here's this one, here's this one, and here's this one. Trying to get this, let's see. Not doing a good job of this. That's okay. No such thing as perfection anyway. Now, look at these and what do you think? What looks nicer? What are you more drawn to? Okay? pineal, heart, solar plexus, and then selenite to help activate it. Okay, you really want to get things kicking. This piece was tumbled just a bit, star Essenite. It's extremely high crystal. That's the only reason it did that. It doesn't like to be tumbled. It doesn't crumble apart, but some of it does come a little bit apart. Anyway, when you get doesn't have to be a large, but not like this. This is huge. Piece of star Essenite and then some selenite. That's strong energy, folks. That's strong activation. Boom. This is the strongest stone there is, star Essenite. Okay, on this planet for awakening you up. So, whichever stone you're pulled towards more than the others means that's where you're strongest. Now, the next stone you pull towards, that's going to be the second strongest energy field that you have in your body. And then the other one, third, that's all that's left. And then a lot of you, all of us have all of them moving around and alive. Different frequencies, this isn't like a bing, bing, bing easy thing. But it'll help you understand which first thing you do is you look at it and say, which one am I most attracted to? Boom, I like that. That's going to be number one. Second, third, it's just, what are you attracted to? Boom, boom, boom. Your body knows. It's part of you. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bam. There's your core orientation. That'll help you understand as you develop your abilities. And I need to go. Wow. That hit hard. Yeah, I'm just trying to help you folks. I don't know what else to say to explain this. It's a personal thing, and that's a little different with everyone. But who the hell else do you want to be other than yourself? If y'all knew how cool you were and how important you were, you'd understand. Well, you'd understand more about me, but more importantly, you'd have more desire to want to be who you are. Then as that happens, you'll understand why it's so important to me that you become who you are. Things are changing. I'm trying to help. The sooner you become yourself, the sooner you're going to realize what's happening in its full depth. You won't be, excuse me, you won't be running around screaming when you see a walking physical body that's totally not human. Instead, you'll be relaxing. You say that's cool, and you'll try to communicate. Change is here. It's happening nice and slow. It's going to start happening harder soon. No World War III, no end of the earth. All that stuff is bullshit. I'll tell you what's not bullshit. You. Who you really are and what you can do that you haven't done yet. It's no lie, that's true. So, everything you need is inside you, it's you. And if you want some help, go to thespiritualfoundation.com. When you get your receipt for what you buy and when you make your payments, you'll see the Spiritual Foundation. It's an entity, it exists. Physical entity is not sentient, but it's about your becoming, increasing your sentiency, becoming more aware. So, and those books I wrote, man, they've got all the information about where y'all came from. This God thing, where it came from, it was just a being. There's no great God. Come on, how could there be a God in have all this war and everything else. If that's true that there's a loving God and creations like this, then He hates you. He hates us, everyone. And why is there a he and not a she? I mean, the whole thing is stupid. I didn't know that when I was younger. But when I woke up, I could see things for myself, make better decisions for myself. And pretty soon, everything on the other side will be trustworthy. But if you want to get good information and count on it, talk to a spirit animal. And when you talk to someone on the other side, ask them about your future, you're setting up a bad situation. Number one, your future is everyone's future has been released and is changing. You don't have a contract where this is going to have, that's all bullshit. Okay, you were put in a body and then you're going to be run around like whatever way the original first being, male and female. It's a female that really controlled that stuff more than anything else. What are you going to do? Get out of your body and tell her, screw you, I don't like what you did? No. Because you were like this and they were like huge, okay? Not just in size, the power level was crazy. So you just, they would say, look how much you grew, and that's why you did it. Then when you're out of body long enough, you go, it's just life, I'll be out in no time. Then you're in the body, freaking out, wah! And then you come out, you're a little stronger. You say, well, you wait a little while, you forget a little bit about all the pain you had. You feel invincible again because you're your normal self, and you go in and do it again. The more you awaken, the more you start using your abilities, and they develop and grow in power, but also develop. Then that's the most important part, developing it. And then it'll just naturally grow in power level. Then you can see what's going on for yourself. You understand. So, anyway, folks, I love you, man. Take care and have good. Hey there, folks. I was just doing a personal log while I was here, and something popped into my head. I talked before about a group of beings coming here. They're like for policing action, okay? This whole quadrant, as big as that is, they'll be running through it, keeping an eye on everybody coming in, making sure that they have proper clearance through this new alliance. This Blue Sphere Alliance, they're a bunch of jokers, not everyone in it, but the alliance itself, the Blue Sphere Alliance, is a joke. It was a beginning of a way for some people to meet each other and start getting set up for what's coming. So that's not a joke, but what's in some of the people in it, and what's happening, what's happening in there. The Anunnaki have had a strong influence in there, about 27%, 24, 27%, depending on who showed up. Other people in the Blue Sphere Alliance were actually tied in strong with the Anunnaki that run this planet. A problematic Anunnaki, not the real Anunnaki themselves. I should have made that clear when I started saying this. But anyway, they're here. They're taking out. They're trying to take out any issues that'll happen in this quadrant, and that's a large place. I'm seeing our solar system as it's bigger than the solar system anyway. So it's a bit bigger than the solar system. And there's, oh shit, damn. There's other people. This guy, thanks, sweetie. Anyway, there's other people. There's so many people that are going to be coming in and out of here, folks. Yeah, the Earth, its civilization, everything is about to be cleaned, repaired, and reborn. And it's closer to happening than you might think. Damn, I'm getting my head hammered. It's all Gaia. She knows what she's doing. Gaia, and Gaira's in there too. Gaia is planetary essence that was in the planet called Gaia, that all essence had lives on before the souls were released, and then she was blown up, and then the souls started having lives, and they were released, waves of them, 5 waves with a lot of time in between. Anyway, it's all in the first book, Creation, Its Beginning, and Your Origin. Like I said, Amazon.com, thespiritualfoundation.com, Amazon.Europe, and whatever. It's all over the world. Anyway, folks, love you, man. I want to put that in there. With the fact that these folks are here, it's time to set the precedent for other folks coming in here. There's going to be a lot of people from a lot of different planets. Everything is about to change in an incredible way. And the things causing problems on this planet, they're going to die. The things causing all the problems, they're just going to die. They'll be dead. Anyway, love you folks. Have a good. Well, folks, hello again. Trying to finish the video. You talk about waking up, what you feel, and everything. This is some important information I want to leave with everyone, and I forgot some important stuff. Understanding frequencies, energy. That's important. It's important to everyone who wants to be awake, because that's what we are. A different accumulation of different percentages of different types of frequencies. I've made some DVDs on this stuff. I talk about it on video, so everyone has something for free, but I get more intense on the DVDs, okay? Here's one of them. Understanding energy frequencies and their auras, okay? That actually, in this video, I talk about the different frequencies, the auric expressions. So I also tell you what frequencies release which colors. Okay, an aura is literally a byproduct, a simple release of energy that comes off of different frequencies. Okay? Diesel engine puts out diesel smoke. Gas engine puts out gas engine smoke. Now, understanding stone energy. Okay? This was the original Power Stone video I was starting a long time ago, and it just turned out into a longer explanation of things. But it's helping people. This is a very good, strong, basic understanding of what stone energy is and different types of stone energy, how to feel it. Now, this is another stone video. This has got some really good information for your different, for the core, for the pineal scanner, the heart, the solar plexus. Power stones, how they enhance the brain, chakras, and more. Okay? That's got a lot of good information in there. These, I sign these as best I can. Those of you that already have the videos, you'll notice as I sign them now, it's not the same signature. I told you I'm losing my ability to even write, and it's changing my signatures and everything. And then the original rune video, I replaced it with a better one. I had left out Iwaz and the dragon and unicorn, separate ones. So I just changed the whole thing. I am not a video. I barely understand this stuff enough to get a video out. Okay, trying to compress the information and put it on these discs is like a nightmare for me. Okay. I've done it, but I can't remember how to do it because I don't do a lot of it, and I do it all myself. I don't know how to do Photoshop and that stuff anyway. I put it together, and I make sure they play on every kind of player that I can find. But there's so many different, there's like what, 7 different areas, types of players for DVDs, and these go out all over the world. So they're out all over the place. So I do the best I can, but all of them you can put them in a computer and play them, in a regular DVD player. Jara's Runes of Awakening, Awaken Your Natural Abilities. Creator Arae, Essex, artist Deanna. Deanaya. She's the one that put all this artwork together, man. I just picked up the stone, put it on a block, and cut the basic shapes, and she's the one that makes it what it is. And in this video, I go through every one of the runes. Every one of them, we pull them and talk about them, each one. These rune cards that I made, folks, when you, and that's what this is about, the rune cards, when you pull those, each time you pull one, you're talking with your spirit guide. You can go through the whole deck, no problem. You just keep going. They talk about different energy fields, communication, using different parts of your body. It's not something for a message like this is coming here soon, this will be happening, although that's in there. That's not really what it's about. It's part of it, but these cards are so much more. They tell you to work on different parts of your energy. That's why people are getting these spheres made, one of these but full, okay, with very strong, it's a max power full body sphere. You put that in the middle of a table while you're using the rune cards, your whole head, body, the heart, the solar plexus, everything in your brain, this sphere, this is a max power sphere. You can use one of these, but it's better to use the max power full body sphere because there's a little bit less hit in the head and there's more full body work. Because different people playing this game are going to be, some of them be heart oriented, some solar plexus, some pineal, and you can't go wrong with either one. But this is this max power that's made for you to put on one side of your bed, either close to you or away from you. The longer you have them near you, the stronger you get and the closer you can put them. The energy doesn't run out. This ain't that John of God crap, okay? This is real. So this literally keeps working on you while you're sleeping. You've heard of binaural beats and stuff. That'll touch a couple parts of your brain. Hey, you want to do the whole thing, or you want to make one nostril bigger than the other side? Hey, just do the whole thing. Do it naturally. That organ, I can make all that stuff. This is what works. This is what helps. That's why I made it. So while you're putting that in the middle of the table, it's that everyone's going to it, and then it's bringing energy back in it. And the more people doing it, the stronger it gets. Imagine that. They're like generators. They're metaphysical generators. So while you're using the cards, you get to one. Okay. Yeah, it keeps reminding me. You have little time, and don't worry about it. You've already done what you need to do. Come on. Okay, here's one. Juno, that's about completion. Okay, that's a cool room, but that's not what I'm going for. Here's one right here. A wild card. I'm just going to pick a couple of them real quick. There's that one. I was waiting for that to pop in. Want to find a scanner. Scanner card. Okay, that's another one. These are, you can do this with the whole deck. Okay. But you use certain individual cards that are in here. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Scanner. Darn it. Yes, if I was a prepared person, I'd have had all this done already. Oh, come on. There we are. All right. These are some of the major cards that you might pull. This one is about the scanner. That means fire up the scanner. Right here means go to remote view something. So while it's a round table or a square table, rectangular table, as long as you're all sitting in a certain basic area, and if the sphere is if the energy from the sphere over a few minutes gets too strong for someone, move it away from them or change your seating. It's okay. You know, you can do this. As this happens, what does that do when you're with your friends? You learn being together, trusting each other, that something's going on. There is something already affecting everything. That gives you faith in the sphere. It gives you faith in the fact that there's something going on that you need to understand or want to understand that is not normal. And when you feel it in your head, you know there's something happening. This might be, boom, close off the scanner. Okay? If someone pulls a scanner card, then it's like, okay, everybody's got to fire up the scanner, and then the person who pulls that card, you know, you have a few cards, just so you take turns pulling them. Someone pulls this card, and what do? Okay? It's a scanner card. You say, okay, everyone go look, go here, and go underneath Antarctica. What do you see? And then everyone's going to try to release all the crap they've heard about on videos. Atlantis is under Antarctica. That's what Corey Good and David Wilcock talk about. Well, guess what, boys? You're both fucking wrong. And the fact that you can't see that, Corey, is embarrassing. That's why you lost your gift. David, you never got it. Anyway, that's a scanner. Okay? So you'll look and see what you see. But you fire up your scanner, and you go to look. And this means power up your scanner. Crank that puppy up. Okay? This is shield. Shield yourself. Build up a wall around yourself and feel yourself protected. Work on it. Okay? It's not like you're going to be attacked and torn up. And if someone pulls this card and they literally get it in their head to turn it this way, that's a very strong power up your pineal and go to see something multidimensionally. You can say, look in the first dimension below us. What do you see? Look four dimensions below us. What do you see? Look at the dimension above us. What do you see? Okay, and when you do that, try to just relax. Don't worry. There's a lot of stuff over there. Everyone's going to see different stuff. Don't worry about what you see, other than focusing on it and talking about it. Now, this is Gaia. Her energies and all the Essenite, star Essenite, because it's got part of her planet in it. She's incredibly powerful, like Gaia here, but huge. Okay, someone pulls this card and say, what does Gaia have to say for you? And for the different people, so there might be nothing. It might be, there's something about to happen. She'll be talking with you. You can hold up the card and say, ask Gaia to come to you and touch you. Now, you can hold a piece of Essenite or star Essenite and then ask her to do it. She will too, but you don't have to have the stone. Okay? This helps all of you connect with spirit. This helps you learn, understand, connect to, and become part of what's real, starting with you. Okay, now, this is called uni. This represents balance. This represents solar plexus energy. You can pull this up and you look at it. What does it mean to you? It means, okay, solar plexus energy, reach out with your gut and feel... Is something happening in space near us where there's a problem? Is something, direct everyone to go somewhere, and then everyone goes there, and after everyone's had a couple of minutes to think about it, or seconds, whatever, it's more seconds, it's not minutes, it's only seconds, then say, what do you see, what do you feel? And whoever pulls a card, they can change direction, whatever they want to do. It's a way for people to communicate together while they communicate with yourselves while you're in the body, and then also communicating with everything out of the body. It brings us together as family. It opens up your abilities. It helps you, allows you to use your abilities. And the whole time you're doing that, what's in the middle of the table helping every one of you crank up harder? Ta-da. Folks, this is already going on in different places. There's even more of it getting ready to happen. This is chaos. Someone pulls up this card. They say, all right, folks, chaos. Where do you see the strongest chaos right now? And then, see how it starts. And then you're going to see that you're all seeing stuff that's a little different. You see things that are the same. Don't worry, being different is not wrong. It's not wrong. You're seeing something else. There's a lot to see, folks. Okay, it's not like if someone says go look at something in a room or something like that, whatever. You can do that and see what you can. But honestly, that's really hard, especially when you're starting. The idea is to go to look somewhere. It's like go look underneath Antarctica. Go look at the bottom of Stone Mountain, a huge piece of granite. You wouldn't believe what's under there in Atlanta. Okay? This is Mathurus. This means storehouse of knowledge. This means you're receiving. This means giving. Okay? So you can pull that out and say, okay, I want you to relax and feel what's really important to you that you feel is important for everyone and share it with them. Okay? This is Gaia. Pull this card and you say, okay, you pull it up like this. You say, okay, just connect with Gaia and ask her to tell you something. Tell her to to go in your head quietly. Go in your head and say, Gaia, just do me a favor. Please touch me, talk to me, communicate with me. Let me know how it is. I want to feel you, see, or whatever, so that when I communicate with you, I know it's you. So please come to me now. And just, you say it in your head. Okay, a thought. Real quick, and it's quiet so everybody else can do it too. And if the guy pulls this upside down, say, folks, go connect with Gaia, have her say hi, and ask her what's bugging her. And then you'll get either everyone says the same thing, different things, doesn't matter, it's all good. This means Source is busy in your life, but honestly, it's relative to Arae. Open room. Someone pulls this card and say, okay, card, and you say, okay, what's going on with you? Reach in, feel Source around you. What's being made to happen, or what's happening? Are they quiet? Are they getting ready to come down with something good? Are they getting ready to make a serious change that's going to be that's going to be hurt some people or something? Open up, and see what's happening. This is power down your crown. Cover it up so nothing can get in there. Fill your crown here. Think about huge steel slabs meeting together, like 5 different layers come in, and then, boom, cut off your, protecting your crown. And this means fire up your crown. Fire up your crown, go where? Into the Akashic Records. See what you can pick off on Sitting Bull's life. See what you can pick up on some other guy. Just do that. Fire up your crown for whatever reason you want. This. See, that means right side of the brain. That means that's where spirit talks. So whoever pulls out this card can say, what is spirit saying to you in the right side of your head right now? Or use the right side as that's your personal spirit, who you really are. Go to the other side, second dimension. What do you see? This is left side of the brain. That usually means to be left-brained right now, conscious mind. And you could pull that card. However you pull it and you feel that's the right way to pull it, then take that and use it for the message. You can turn it around any way you want, okay? This is fire up the crown, open it up. It's basically open up the crown and let it flow, see what comes in. It's not like power up and fire real hard like the other one. This is just open it up and see what flows in, and then everybody do that and see what they say. This is close off your crown, okay? This is Yasui, upright. And then this is Yasui, inverted. When it's upright, this could mean throat chakra. It could be just to say whatever is on your mind. It can be heart. It can be heart chakra. Okay, open up your hearts. What do you feel right now? What is your heart feeling right now? Okay, it could also mean that you're out of balance. Turn it upside down. Okay, that can be like sacral chakra, base chakra. That again, it could also mean out of balance. Then here's the pineal card. This means power up your pineal and use it. Go fire up your pineal and go to see something. One of the most enjoyable things on this is using that to go look at starships. And you all do that together and see what you get. And the whole time you're doing this, that power sphere is literally cranking up your brain. So anyway, folks, I made these to help you. They work. They always have. They always will. And those spheres, there's no plug. There's no batteries. Nothing can take the energy out of those spheres except for one thing, me. No family member, nobody. Nothing strong enough to do that. And if they did, be in trouble. And that reminds me, I need to say this in passing. Now, those people that know me know I have a lot of love, but they know I'm very strong and aggressive anytime I need to be. That's how I was made. I just am. So what? But when the time finally does come when I pass, if anybody tries to do a show up here at the house, they'll probably be allowed to get here. Wait till you try to get home. Deanna will be left alone. So with this property. It's important for this property to stay as it is. So I've had people visit me. If anybody tries that, you're in trouble. And it'll be me doing it. So, you all know better. I've told you. The rest falls on you. This is all very important. It's about everything that's going to happen. So anyway, back to the video. Getting away from telling some family members a message. I have family members that think this stuff is about them. They can't back themselves away from what they do, and they're anxious to go out there and do something, and it's false. It's it's about their thought process is false because they're trying to make it about themselves, and it's not. Folks, this is about all of us. Okay, it's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it always will be. That's what it's becoming. Finally, you can exercise your right to be who you are, whether you're in a body or not, as much as you can, wherever you're at. And when you all have those energy bodies, it'll be a lot more fun. And when it's time to go home, you just relax and go home. So people would say, how can you organize creation and everything? But hey, creation's physical creation, this realm, third dimension, it's supposed to be about you all growing. You're done with it, you should be able to leave, go home. No big to do, just check you all later, man. Whew, boom, gone. Okay, it's like going to school, going to college. You need a break, take a break. If somebody really cared about you and your growth and what's good for you, that's how it'd be. That's how it's becoming. And it all starts with what we're doing now. Okay? So, later on, after you all get used to the family and all in space, then you're going to meet the Fae. And the Fae will be making bodies right in front of you. You'll see energy. You'll see it get denser and denser. Actually make a physical body, reach out, grab your hand, shake your hand, back the hand back, and disappear. That's what they can do. And when you have your new bodies, which is a long time from now, if all goes well, less than 1,000 years. But it'll be done within 2. Damn, excuse me. Just got jerked by myself. I went to look to make sure, and I zap. Anyway, so what do they say? Wiki time. And folks, it's time for you to be yourself, who you really are. And this stuff will help you. These spheres, they cost some money. I know they do. There's expensive stuff in there. I've personally cranked them up. Deanna's put her energy in them. They last forever. It's like passing down a car through your family, but you never take it to the shop. You don't put gasoline in it. You don't have to pay insurance. It just is. You put your energy in, more comes out. Pretty cool if you ask me. Anyway, folks, love you. Take care and have a good. This is amazing. I just can't finish. I forgot one last thing about you waking up. I turned on the laptop. Folks, I'm really forgetful. When you wake up and get strong, you don't get so much forgetful at all. It's just, I'm going, well, I'm almost out of here. I'm shutting down, so it's my energy's just crazy. What did they say? Stupid or sick or something? It's really strong, but the rest of me is just, it's like crumbling apart. Anyway, we got an email that just came in, I believe today, from a guy. His first name is Jonathan. His last name is his business. And we've been doing some stuff together, and he's been cranked up and everything. And this is his part of the email. He's saying, like, what the heck is in that sphere? And he asked if does this happen to everyone that buys one. He's got a job involved, his life process from here, his future. He's going to be involved talking with a lot of people. And this doesn't happen to everyone, but folks, a lot of stuff like this happens to people that get involved in this. Why? They're being shown by the other side, as you will, one way or the other, that you're on the right path, things are going, the road's been built for you, it's smooth, it's slick, and you have wooden trails on the side, if that's the way you want to go. It all leads in one direction, and that's to the place where you're finally relaxed in yourself, your complete self, and then you can see everything else that's going on around there. Now, here it is. I get rainbows day after the crank up. Like the day after the crank up, after you got cranked up, had huge rainbows everywhere, and a full-grown peacock lands on my greenhouse and stays the night. The day my first stone order appeared. So he said, now I have 3 owls that show up early in the morning the day my sphere arrived. And he said they're actually perched close to the ground. They never do that. So he goes like, no need to answer. I know you can see what's going on. And then he sent a picture of one of the owls on the ground. Things are being done on the other side to get you where you need to be, to make things happen. It's time. It's time for all this stuff to happen, folks. You will have help coming from the field and other places, and it's about to get strong. Okay? You'll see. You'll find out. You just keep going. You turn the key and crank up that Ferrari and take off, and that road's just going to be made in front of you. Okay? Love you, man. See you later.